kids in to see the dentist. We were coming back through town and I saw the fire truck headed south out of town. And I said something, oh, what's happened? And my husband picked up on it immediately and he said, well, why do you always do that? And I had this feeling in my gut that something had happened. We pulled into town. A little guy was standing on the corner and I said to my son, well, why don't you go see what the neighbor's doing this afternoon? Maybe you guys can go to the rink and skate this afternoon. So Joe got out of the van and he went over and talked to the neighbor, and the next thing I knew, my son was running back toward us screaming that Papa had died. Apparently when he had asked Dylan what, if they could go skating, he said, well, no, the rink will be closed because Josh's Papa died. Well, Josh is my nephew, and my brother was the caretaker of the rink. So if my nephew's Papa had died, that means my dad had died. We jumped back in the van and headed to the farm, and that was the longest 3-mile drive that I have ever taken. They were turning people back at the end of the lane, and so vehicle after vehicle that we met that day, my neighbors, my friends, people that had been like grandparents to me, I'm waving as we're meeting each truck, and no one would meet my eyes. No one would wave back or even acknowledge us, and traffic was just creeping so slow. I knew by the time that we'd hit Nolan's Hill and I could see the fire truck in our yard that something had happened. We got to the farm and I went directly into the house, and just the horror in my mother's face, the, oh my God, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We'd found out that Dad, he'd been working on a trailer to build a trailer to haul my brother's water tank, because my brother had a spray business. My dad never left anything unfinished, so for him to not paint the underside of the flatbed or the deck of that trailer was unheard of. My brother had been down the day before, saw what he was doing and said, you know, when you're ready to flip that over, give me a call, I'll give you a hand. Why he didn't make that call, we'll never know. Brother had been down the day before and had said to him, you know, when you're ready to flip that over, give me a call, because he had it all set up on jacks and pulleys, and my brother recognized that the hazard there. Turns out that that flatbed deck did slip off of the jacks and it came down and it crushed him. And why he never asked for help, why he didn't make that call that day, we'll never know. Those are the questions that haunt me to this day. I wanted to share my dad's story, losing my dad in a farm accident and knowing exactly what safety meant to me, to my family, and that my children were in the demographic of young workers that were the highest injury rate. So that prospect of being able to be part of something bigger in this province to make a difference in terms of injury prevention and safety, that's what really attracted me to the council. So every farmer has a toolbox, and using the right tool to do the job certainly helps you get the job done quicker. That's really what OATS is. It's another tool in the toolbox. So OATS is an online agriculture training system that is an interactive web-based system. It takes about 3 hours to go through, written primarily to the young workers. So we're looking at those young people that are working on the farm. But the implications for OATS are far-reaching. Anyone who has anything to do with agriculture could benefit.